What up, what up? I'm the math teacher Goat, and today in 6th grade math, we are talking about relating fractions and decimals and percents all together. Like that picture over there. That one. That picture over there. That one. Before we get started, though, it would be a great idea if you went to the description of this video and clicked on the link to download the notes to this video. That way, if you can print them out, you can follow along, make life a little bit easier, because I'm going to do a bunch of problems and ask you to do a bunch of problems. Also, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and comment. That goes a very long way for yours truly. Let's talk about stuff we saw in a previous video, though, to make sure we're okay. Let's do our warm-up. And we're going to have you turn each percent into a simplified fraction. Now, a gentle reminder, percent means out of 100. So 30% means 30 out of 100. Well, there's your fraction. Oh, but it's not simplified yet. So what I notice is both of these numbers are divisible by 10. So let's divide the numerator and the denominator both by 10. 30 divided by 10 is 3. 100 divided by 10 is 10. And now we have 3 over 10. That is what 30% is as a simplified fraction. What about 87%? Well, 87% is 87 out of 100. Can I simplify that? No. What about 8%? Well, 8% is 8 out of 100. Now I notice these are both even numbers. So I could divide the numerator and the denominator both by 2. So let me do that. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 100 divided by 2 is 50. And then you're like, those are both even still. So I can again divide the numerator and the denominator both by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 50 divided by 2 is 25. Now I can't go any further. So I divided twice. No big deal. I could have divided by 4 at the very beginning, but that's all right. It only took a few extra seconds. I ended up with 2 out of 25 as my final answer. Now, what we're going to be looking at today is doing two major things. We're going to turn percents into decimals, which is very easy to do, and we're going to turn fractions into percents, which is a little bit more challenging. So, first things first, how do I turn 21% into a decimal? Well, you're going to write out the percent and remove the percent symbol. So 21, just like that. Locate the decimal. Well, there is no decimal, but if there was, it would be right here at the end of the entire number. Now I'm going to move the decimal point to the left 2 spaces. So 1, 2, and put the decimal there. Why do you keep popping down? Ugh. Move to the left 1, 2, and put the new decimal there. So now it's 0.21. Well, that looks sloppy. Let's put a 0 there at the left, and we end up with 0.21 or 21 hundredths. That's how you do it. Now, that's the easy one. How do I write a fraction as a percent? Well, first, you're going to make a ratio table. So let's make ourselves a ratio table. You're going to make the left side the fraction. Okay, so 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, and on the right bottom, 100. Now you solve the ratio table. Okay, so to solve a ratio table, you multiply the two numbers that are diagonal from each other. So 4 times 100 is 400, and then we divide out the 5. Now, this is going to be long division, so we'll go off to the side here and find out how many times 5 goes into 400. Well, 5 doesn't go into 4, but it goes into 40 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40 exactly. Subtract, you get a 0. Drop down the 0, and 5 goes into 0 0 times. With no more numbers to drop down and 0 as a remainder, we end up with 80. So, how do we write this out as a percent? Well, our percent is going to be that number there. So 4 out of 5 is the same as 80%. Okay? All right, so let's start out with writing decimals into, my bad, I'm sorry, writing percents into decimals. Write each percent as a decimal. I'm giving you a bunch of them. You're going to try a bunch of them next. So rewrite it without the percent, so that's 53. Put the decimal where the decimal should be. So in this case, after the 53, move the decimal to the left 2 times and put the decimal there. So that gives us 0.53. Let's throw a 0 in front because it looks prettier, and you end up with 0 and 53 hundredths. Okay? Now we have 0.4%, so let's write out 0.4. Let's move the decimal to the left 2 times, put the new decimal there. If you have an open space, fill it in with a 0. So this becomes 0.004, and let's throw a 0 in front of the whole thing, and we end up with 4 thousandths. All right. How about 123%? Well, write out 123 without the percent symbol. Put a decimal where the decimal should be. Go left 2 spaces. And now we have 1.23, 1 and 23 hundredths, and nothing crazy there to do. Pretty simple. All right, let's write out 60 without the percent symbol. Put a decimal where a decimal should be. Go left 2, put a decimal there. So you have 0.60, but I know that at the very end of a decimal, at the 0, I don't need the 0. So let's not write it out, but let's put out a 0 in front because that looks a little bit prettier. Okay? So there you have it. Not so bad. So I would like you to try these completely on your own. You're going to do 4. Try them on your own. Okay? Pause the video. When you're done, come back and check your work. Pause the video now. All right. Let's see how you did. Write each percent as a decimal. All right, so let's write out 11 without the percent. Let's put a decimal where the decimal should be. Go left 2 spaces. Put a new decimal there. That gets you 0.11. Throw a 0 in front, and you have 11 hundredths as your answer. How about 235 without the percent symbol? Put a decimal where the decimal should be. Go left 2, put a new decimal, and we end up with 2.35, which is 2 and 35 hundredths. Nothing crazy to worry about there. 50%. Let's write out 50 without the percent symbol. Put a decimal where a decimal should be. Go left 2, put a new decimal there. Write out 0.5. You don't need the 0. Put a 0 in front, and you have 5 tenths, which is a half. Makes sense. Now, last but not least, let's use a different color. We have 0.06 written without the percent symbol. Go left 2 spaces, put a new decimal there, fill in a blank with the 0, so we get 0.0006. Let's throw a 0 in front, make it look nice and pretty, and you get 6 ten-thousandths. All right. Okay. All right. Now on to the crazy stuff. Write each fraction as a percent. This is going to involve ratio tables, ratio tables, ratio tables. So on the left side of your ratio table, you are going to put the numerator on the top left, the denominator on the bottom left. You're going to put 100 on the bottom right, and the number you get up here is going to be your percent. So we are going to multiply the two numbers that are diagonal from each other. 7 times 100 is 700. Now we're going to divide out 4. So this is long division. 4 is going to go into 700. Let me see. 4 goes into 7 once. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract 7 minus 4 is 3. Drop down to 0. 4 goes into 37 times. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract, you get 2. Drop down to 0. 4 goes into 25 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Subtract, you get a remainder of 0 with no more numbers to drop down. We are left with 175%. That's going to be your answer for that one. Not pleasant, not pleasant at all. Let's do it again. 3 over 10, okay, 100 on the bottom right. So let's cross multiply the two numbers that are diagonal. 3 times 100 is 300, and divide out 10. Now, I don't need to do long division here. 300 divided by 10 is 30. So that gives us 30%. All right, how about 8/25? Well, let's make a ratio table. 8, the numerator on the top left, 25, the denominator on the bottom left. And on the bottom right, we're going to have our 100, and the top right is going to be our new percent. So let's multiply, cross multiply the numbers that are diagonal from each other. 8 times 100 is 800, and we're going to divide 25. So let's go off to the side here and do 25 going into 800. 25 goes into 80 3 times, because 3 times 25 is 75. Subtract, you get 5, drop down to 0. 25 times 2 is 50. 2 times 25 is 50. Subtract, with no more numbers to drop down and no remainder, you get 0. So that number, 32, is going to be our percent. 32%. So now that I did 3, I want you to try the next 3 completely on your own. If you're able to pause the video and practice the next 3 problems, go ahead. If you can't, just watch the video. But if you can, pause the video and try them now. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. All right, 41 out of 50. Let's make a ratio table. 41 on the top left, 50 on the bottom left, 100 on the bottom right. 41 times 100 is 4,100. Now let's divide out 50. So we're going to see how many times 50 goes into 4,100. 50 doesn't go into 41, but it goes into 410 8 times, because 8 times 50 is 400. So let's subtract. You get 10, drop down to 0. 50 goes into 100 twice, because 2 times 50 is 100. Subtract it out, you have no remainder, and with no more numbers to drop down, that number, 82, is going to be your percent, 82%. Okay? Let's try a different one. How about 1/5? 1 on the top left, 5 on the bottom left, 100 on the bottom right. Let's find our percent. 1 times 100 is going to be 100. Divide that by 5. I don't need long division here. 20%. Okay? This next one. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. The top left is going to be 1. The bottom left is going to be 200. The bottom right is going to be 100. So 1 times 100 is 100. And we're going to divide out 200. So this is a little backwards. We're going to find out how many times 200 goes into 100. Well, it doesn't go in a whole time. So I have to add a decimal, put a decimal here, and add a 0 there. Now 200 goes into 1,000 5 times, because 5 times 200 is 1,000. We subtract, get 0, no remainder, no more numbers to drop down, and we have 0.5, which becomes 0.5 or 5/10 or half of a percent. That was a doozy. All right, let's wrap this up. Word problem. Hond. Oh, my favorite YouTuber. Make sure you subscribe to Hond at Hond LOL. He is a YouTuber. That's his hand. His video on football has 2,000 views. 1,750 of those views are from some guy named Nick Parrish. Who's that? Write that ratio as a fraction, a percent, and a decimal. So we're going to do all three. All right. Okay, so he has a video that has, so remember, percents are parts out of a whole. So a part out of a whole. My whole is 2,000. The part is Nick Parrish, whoever that is, watching them. So first, it's going to be 1,750 over 2,000. Now, this is not going to be an easy fraction to simplify, but I can knock off the zeros by dividing the numerator and the denominator by 10. That gets me 175 over 200. And I could see 175 as both being divisible by 25. So I'm going to divide them both by 25. 175 divided by 25 is 7, and 200 divided by 25 is 8. So my fraction is 7 over 8. All right. Now we have to write that out as a percent. So writing that out as a percent is going to be me making a ratio table. 7 over 8 is going to be on the left and 100 on the right. So let's multiply the two numbers that are diagonal from each other. 7 times 100 is 700. And then we're going to divide 8. So now I have to do long division, and I'm going to need space for this one. So 8 is going to go into 700. All right. I have a feeling this is not going to be pleasant at all. 8 doesn't go into 7, but it goes into 78 times because 8 times 8 is 64. Subtract, you get 6, drop down to 0. 8 goes into 60 7 times because you get 56. Now, I have to do a decimal here. So I have to put 0.0, subtract these out, and drop down to 0. Bring a decimal up. 8 goes into 40 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 minus 40 is 0. So I'm out. And that leaves me with 87.5%. Now, how do I turn that percent into a decimal? Well, write out the number without the percent, 87.5. Move it left 1, 2 spaces. Put a new decimal there. That's 0.875. Attach a 0 at front, and you have 0.875 is a decimal. That was a doozy. What did we learn? Well, we learned how to convert percents into decimals. We learned how to convert fractions into percents. And we learned how to turn a ratio into a fraction, decimal, and a percent. So much fun. So much fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Watch all of my 6th grade math videos. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye.